Hey guys, this is for people who missed the last lesson on zero indexes and power of power rule. So a zero index is anything to the power of 0 equals 1. And I mean anything. So x to the power of 0 equals 1, a to the power of 0 equals 1, 103 to the power of 0 equals 1. Literally anything to the power of 0 equals 1. Okay, so if we've got 4 to the power of 0 plus x to the power of 0, well, they're both anything, yeah? So this 4 to the power of 0, well, that's just 1. X to the power of 0, that's just 1. So the answer is just 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, this here, that's 2 times something to the power of 0. So that's 2 times 1, which is just 2. If we put the whole thing in brackets, now the whole thing is to the power of 0. So now the whole thing is 1. So here we see that this is 1, anything to the power of 0, but this is 6 times 1. Okay, so we've actually got 1 plus 6 times 1 is just 6. So we've got 1 plus 6, which is just 7. So the answer to that one is 7. Okay, if you want me to pause and write those down, you can. I'll be moving on. Our next thing is power of a power rule. So when we have this sort of thing, where there's an indice and a bracket and then another indice, all you need to remember is that we times our indices together, okay? If we imagine our rule where we have something like this, we know that we've got to plus the indices. So that's 5 plus 2, or 7. But if we've got something like this, let's say I have, I'm just going to change this to like that. Well, we know if we were to expand that out, we're going to get x to the 4 times x to the 4 times x to the 4. And we know from up here that when we're timesing with the same bases, we're going to plus. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Or the simple way is 4 times 3 is 12. So some examples. Instead of expanding this right out, x to the 5 times x to the 5 times x to the 5 7 times, we can just times these numbers together. 5 times 7 is 35. Okay? Now, if there's something out the front of the bracket, we just ignore that and we just times the indices there. If we have something inside the bracket, say like this, then everything inside gets times to the power of, is put to the power of 3. So we've actually got this 3 to the power of 3. Now, what is 3 to the power of 3? I'll give you a few seconds to think of what 3 to the power of 3 is. It's not just 9, it's 3 times 3 times 3. We've got to times 3 by itself 3 times. So that's actually 27. Okay, so this one came out as 3f12, but this one came out as 27f12. Okay, all right, moving on. Now, a similar example of what we just did. We've got 2 to the power of 3, and then s to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. S to the power of 3. Now, with this one, because there's no brackets, there's actually nothing we can do with that one. It just comes out the same. Now, this one here, everything is to the power of 5. So we go 2 times 5, which is 10, and then 3 times 5, which is 15. Same here, everything is to the power of 3. So x to the power of 3 over 4 to the power of 3. 4 times 4 times 4 actually equals 64. And this last one, everything is to the power of minus 1. 5 to the power of minus 1, 3 to the power of minus 1. And if something is to a negative indice, to make it a positive indice, we put it on the bottom of a fraction. If it already is on the bottom of the fraction, we move it to the top. So these are now to the power of positive 1, which we can just write as 5 over 3. Okay? Should be able to do that now. If you need to go back and watch something, do that. pause, take notes. Good luck.